Scott made a response to my video named "DBD Players Are Ruining Texas Chainsaw Massacre." I respect a lot of his opinions, and I want to address some of his critique in this video. He thinks that it's a bit silly that I think that DBD players are the reason TCM is becoming a little bit more competitive, because wanting to win is grounded within human psychology. When given enough time, people in Texas Chainsaw Massacre would learn how to play optimally, and it's a natural process of human nature. And I agree that this is a natural human process grounded in human psychology of people learning how to optimize over time and win more. But I think there's a problem when it comes to who stoked the fire to causing an ever-growing growth of people who want to play Texas Chainsaw Massacre optimally and competitively. And that I point to the content creators. Escaping within 2 minutes and 15 seconds, the fastest victim escape. How to escape the fastest in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, escaping 50 times in a row. If you look at the majority of these channels, these content creators have all posted DBD content in the past. A lot of the people posting optimization Texas Chainsaw Massacre content are previous Dead by Daylight content creators. It'd probably be more accurate to say DBD content creators are converting casuals to a competitive mindset, because these videos teach people the most optimized ways to play and accelerates the process of casual players becoming optimization players. This all becomes a problem because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre developers want their game to be casual. And when you accelerate this process, the amount of people who play optimally will grow and grow and grow. And when it grows too big, it will eventually scare away the people that want to play casually. And I believe this is not to the fault of the content creators themselves. As a matter of fact, this is how the YouTube system works. As the YouTube search function works, revolving around sensationalism, whether masochistic challenges being the best, optimization, and finding the fastest way to do things. It's really rooted in the system of YouTube content creation that extrapolates this issue, which means it's impossible to control. It's out of our hands to do anything about. We can't change the way that YouTube works unless we point out the problem and bring to light what exactly is happening and present the question to people. Do you want Texas Chainsaw Massacre to be casual or comp? Do you really want everyone to be playing optimally or carefree and casually? Because when people are aware of the problem, then we can all move in a direction we want. The only problem being is that, yes, I do think the problem is related to content creators that have once played DBD that are now playing TCM that I don't really blame at all. Scott also brought up a quote in his video relating to a failed asymmetrical game and how the Texas Chainsaw Massacre developers are making a grave mistake. A friend of mine said very early, and I think he was right. The reason it works is because we're all role-playing Evolve. When someone on the team finally got tired of this and started playing to win, it all sort of fell apart and never really recovered. He believes that designing a game revolving around role-playing and forcing people to play a certain way is a red flag that's not really good for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because people will generally gravitate towards wanting to win and optimizing. I believe this is a very absolutist point of view, and it doesn't explain the phenomena related to Team Fortress 2. In TF2, there is a capture the flag game mode. When you capture the flag 3 times from the enemy team, your team wins. And in TF2, if you try to capture the flag, people will generally get angry at you, tell you not to, and kick you. But why? Don't people usually gravitate towards wanting to win? Well, no. In TF2, there's a phenomena of everyone wanting to play casually, either to just get kills, emote spam, do a conga line, or just plain old have fun and meme. These people are just mucking around and playing casually. But how? Why is this phenomena happening, and why aren't they gravitating to try to win every single match? Well, let's look at Dead by Daylight. The most optimal strategy is tunneling and face camping. In competitive, this is really all you see all the time because people want to win. But why is it when you queue a match of Survivor that you don't always face face campers, and that you don't always get tunneled every single match? Don't these people want to play to win? Well, it's not just that. People want to play to also have fun. But isn't winning having fun? Well, not if the most optimal strategy is boring to do. In DBD, just downing somebody, hooking them, and sitting still at the hook for 6 minutes every single match is fun, then you'd be seeing everybody doing it all the time. That's because winning isn't everything to everybody in DBD. And the same thing for Team Fortress 2. 5 years without updates, going back and forth, playing optimally all the time is not always fun. So to cope and chill, people sometimes muck around and have a grand old time. I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre developers have not made the mistake that Scott had brought up in correlation to the way their current matchmaking system functions. If there's someone that's level 60 in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they'll face other people that are around level 60 and higher at their skill level. People who play optimally face other people who play optimally. And that goes the same for people who are low level and mid level. People who are new will face people that are new. People who are average to above average will face other people who are average to above average. It is baked in the current Texas Chainsaw Massacre MMR design of TCM that people of similar skill levels will face each other. And the optimal strategy for TCM is to escape within 2 minutes of the match. Now, if you ask me, doing that for 2 to 3 to months to a year in a row will kind of get boring, to the point where playing optimally isn't as fun as it was anymore. And they might start playing casually out of choice, just like TF2 with Capture the Flag, and just like DBD with killers choosing to not tunnel or camp in the name of fun. The most optimal strat is really boring to do, and the way to play normally and casually is more fun. So over time, those optimized players will gravitate towards more of a casual playstyle. Only if there are enough tools within the game to keep the players preoccupied and having fun. When it comes to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with the 4 different ways to escape, the stabbing grandpa, stabbing Nugget, stabbing family members, I think there's probably plenty to do within the game other than just winning. And I argue, since players value having fun and not winning all the time, that the developers didn't really make a mistake. It's now their responsibility to keep player retention high with the introduction of content and ways to make the game fun, while also not falling for the traps of accidentally making the game more competitive, like how DBD did. This only happens if the casual player base does not get scared away by the optimization player base. The more the optimization player base grows, the more that the overall culture of Texas Chainsaw Massacre becomes an optimized mishmash mess. The casual player count is sacred, and we should try to do our best to make sure they're protected. When I mean DBD players are ruining Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what I mean is DBD content creators need to be careful with the content they create. Creating too much over-optimization content in correlation to Texas Chainsaw Massacre may convert the casual environment into a competitive one. And if we want to work towards the path where Texas Chainsaw Massacre stays alive for months to years to maybe even decades, it's about trying to avoid the trap of converting too many people to a meta optimization mindset too early. But yeah, that's my response to Scott's response. And yeah, Scott, if you're watching this, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. And keep doing good work. Peace.